Welcome back YouTube to Kunark Live Rocks, learning the basic Java programming language. Well, I have a very special episode here. Before we start into our little project with the calculator, we have to learn a few more stuff, and that is imports, and we need to learn the scanner. And let me tell you what imports are. Imports contain a whole bunch of, let's say, commands to the computer that they grab this information and allows you to do stuff with your code. One of I/O, um, basically, what I have learned from this is that it allows you to create a scanner. And a scanner, what it does is that it allows the person to be able to use their keyboard and type something out to the screen. Um, as you can see here, I called mine input. There's many names you can call it. You can call it whatever you want. It's just that you have to make sure that whenever you want somebody to type out something, you have to put the name of the scanner into your string here. Um, the next thing is that we have a util. Util allows us to use math methods from the math class. Math class is a public class that Java has available in their huge library. And these methods are like square root, or you can have absolute value of a number. But some of these methods require that the variable is in a double type variable, because most of the answers that they return are either in a decimal. And so if you have an int and you're using a math method that returns a decimal as the answer, it won't work. There are some math methods that require an int, but most of them use a double. And basically this is how it looks like right here. Math.sqrt a. We're calling from the a a variable that contains the answer to this equation, 5 plus 5. And so basically what it's doing is, hey, I want to store this data into variable b, and this data is going to contain 10, the square root of 10. And then here I just display it out to the screen. Now, the problem with input next line is that it doesn't allow you to keep on typing. It only allows you to type one line of sentence, so you'll have to keep on saying, hey, you have to keep on putting that same line of code down as many lines as you want to create. There is another way, though, to keep keep allowing the person to type whatever they want, through series of lines, but that will be later. That is the for and while loops, which will loop through a whole entire series, but I will be explaining that next time. Right now we are just learning how to use the scanner and allow the person to type whatever they want. Basically that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's basically pretty much it. That's that's all that we use for imports and methods so far right now. Please do not get mixed up for methods as in like class methods and methods from here. What I mean about methods for math is that, yeah, it's basically trying, like, you have a calculator and you push in the button for square root. Well, it's the same here. You have line of code that does the square root button. That's basically what it does. So I'm just gonna run this. I can type whatever I want. Thank you, YouTube, for being the best. And if it displays my line that I typed, and as well as it prints out the number to that equation. This is it for now for just the regular imports and methods. But ooh, I have a lot of time still left. I have only 5 minutes. Okay, well then I'm gonna use that time. I have already started working on the if and for, which are two new types of of two new types of codes. The for loop, which is one, which allows us to go through step by step and allows us to run it over and over again. Hold on. Import java.io. As you remember, we have to have those two in order to create a scanner, and in order to where did it go? Oh, asterisk. Import java.util. Really good. Sorry, my head's a little bit in frustration right now. Alright, so the for loop, this is how the signature is. You create a for loop and then you have to put brackets, as you can see. And basically what it does, it just loops back through. And the worst thing that a program can do is make an infinite loop where you will never break out of the loop, and you won't be able to stop the application or go on to the next series of steps. So you never want to do that. Right now I have a basic boolean. Boolean is a true or false. So right now I have a true statement in here, which a is equal to 0, and if a is greater than or equal to 0, then you're just going to keep on running. If I change this in the for loop to at some point to a equals -1, then it will break out. Or we can also say break, which will get out of this loop right here. Next is the if statement. Basically, it's what it means. The word is what it means. So basically, the if is if this whatever variable you tell it equals to whatever you decide to name it, then if it's true, then it will go into this set of orders. But if that's not true and you decide to do else, if it's no, like I have, then it'll do this set of orders. So basically it separates a yes or no, or a something that you want to be specified, and if there's like a cause and effect or something like that, right? You know what I mean. So basically I have my scanner input as well, user already up. We're just gonna run this. Hola YouTube, aren't you happy with programming? Well, if I do yes. Uh-oh. It, as you can see, yes, I did say the word yes. And it should have gone through here. One of the problems is that Java, it takes exactly exactly the same format. So everything has to be undercase in order for it to go into here. Well, one little special part of that code can be added, and it's this ignore case. So it ignores the case, and if all of them are mixed up with capitalized or lowercase, it will still go into here as long as the word is yes. So if I run this again, and this time I do yes, it will still go going through. Well, the same with no. Ignore case. If we do that, we run it, it'll still do that, as you can see. And as you can see, it broke out of the for loop. So now, if I take this break out of there, no, it will keep on looping. And then that's the worst thing. It's just keeps on, keeps on, keeps on, keeps on, and you will never be able to break out of the loop, which is a very big problem. A loop, for loop, an endless for loop can get very, very dangerous when dealing. Well, it 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 it's based. It can get dangerous based on how you put your code in. I've done an endless loop before, and it was using numbers, and it just kept going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and always never stopping. That's a bad thing. When it gets to that, you won't be able to use this stop active tool. But right now we have a basic for loop. It's endless, but it's not up to a dangerous degree that we can't control it. So we're just gonna hit that, and it'll interrupt it right here. So you can add back that break in there. All right. So basically, that's how if for and imports and methods are. They are very useful, and these new items, these new lines of code that will be used to create our simple calculator. I hope you guys have a nice day, and hopefully this was very, very helpful to you. And well, have a nice day. I'm just trying to lengthen off the amount of time right now. But also, if you have questions about the lines of code, you can always ask in comments. I'll be frequently trying to check the comments to see. Um, I'll be able to answer as far as what I know. So you might ask a question that I might know, and I'm sorry, but I'll try to research it and give you an answer within the next few days. So, thank you for looking at QNAP Live Rocks, learning the basic Java programming.